You guys are going to Antarctica?
Yeah.
Wow.
You need to discuss with Olga.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So we were wondering if you're looking for 2 young crew members.
Who would have thought we would end up in the news in Argentina?
Not me.
We're on a mission to travel to all 7 continents with no money. So far, we've made it to 6 continents in 3 months. And the goal for this episode is to conquer the final peak of this challenge, Antarctica. You join us as we're about to fly from Buenos Aires to Ushuaia, the place where 80% of the ships to Antarctica depart.
I just want to take a moment to emphasize the challenge that we're up against of going to Antarctica. First of all,
It's like 5,000 to 10,000 euro per person to go to Antarctica.
which we don't have.
Which we don't have.
We have no winter clothes because all of the destinations we visited on this trip were very warm locations. We don't have a winter coat, we don't have gloves, we have nothing.
I have gloves.
No way.
Yeah.
Can I borrow one?
No.
Also, there's only so many companies that do the tours, so eventually we'll have asked every single one. If they all say no, we're screwed. In fact, they have all said no because we've messaged all companies previously asking if we could get on for free. They all said no or didn't respond. We don't know how much money we have. We still have to do the calculations. And Ushuaia is going to be a very hard place to survive with no money.
Eventually we will have all the restaurants, all the hostels, all the hotels, all the companies. Like we've had literally everything.
We don't know anyone there. We'll need to be there for a while because it'll take a while to get on a ship. We're basically going back there. No plan, no winter clothes, no Spanish. All the companies said no. A trip is like 10,000 euros. Forget all the things that we've somehow managed to pull off on this trip. This is so much harder than anything we've tried. Any sane person would be like, why am I even attempting this? It's so unrealistic. I think we've proven so far that you'll be able to travel the world for a long time with no money.
Oh, sure.
But Antarctica is a very different story,
Yeah.
and we're about to find out just how difficult it's gonna be. Thank you.
And the next parts of your trip are going to be the best part. I hope that it feels like, it's just like building up for like a great,
The ultimate reward.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. That's how life works. For me, I'm a firm believer, like I call it God, other people call it other things. But for me, I feel like that when you allow space for like magic to happen in your life, it'll happen, You really have to like make a decision to like lean on faith and be like, I'm going to step out on my dreams and step out on the person that I want to be and things that I believe in. And then when you do that, then you see the magic fall into place. And it's like, dude, I couldn't have predicted this, It's going to happen and it's going to be magical.
Chapter 13, Faith.
Wow. Let's get it, boys. We are almost in Antarctica. This is the closest city to Antarctica.
Wow. So excited to be here. This really does feel like the final boss of the entire trip. One more challenge to conquer. One more continent to go. We gotta get into the city. There's no bus going, so to the road we go. 11 p.m. in a random city at the end of the world, casually trying to hitchhike into the city. Freaking love this trip. Here? Sure. Who's gonna pick us up at 11 p.m.?
We'll be fine.
It's been a 90-hour journey. The majority of people, after a 90-hour journey, would like a comfortable taxi to their hotel. We don't even have a hotel. Por favor.
I see you have space.
Hey!
What is this?
Oh,
Car.
car, four.
This car, 4.
¿Por qué no?
Space as well.
¿Por qué no, hermano?
Do you think it's gonna work?
I don't know.
Por favor.
Oh, okay. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Por la ciudad, ¿es posible? Centro. ¿Ya? Gracias. Vamos. Go. Muchas gracias.
No, de nada, vamos.
No tenemos dinero.
No importa. Hasta la Antártica.
Sí.
Queda un poquito lejos. Y esta noche
Esta noche no sabemos dónde vamos a dormir.
Ah,
¿Sabes un lugar?
y tendrías que preguntar por el horario. Tendrías que ver. Debe haber.
Podemos dormir a tu casa.
Sería un placer, pero no hay lugar.
Ah, ok, no problema. Puedes ir aquí. Muchas gracias, amigo.
Eso, cuídense mucho.
Vamos a Argentina.
So here we are.
Hello. We came here to try to go to Antarctica for free. Do you think it's possible?
No.
Okay.
Really, really expensive to get to Antarctica.
Yeah. $53 for hostel for the night.
Last minute deal is not necessarily a bargain.
Welcome to the end of the world. Woo! The southernmost city on earth, aka Ushuaia.
I knew it was beautiful here, but I didn't know it was this stunning. So, here's the game plan. We're gonna go to a bunch of tour companies in town, ask if we can get on a free ship.
Over 80% of all ships that sail to Antarctica depart in Ushuaia. The vast majority of these ships are cruises run by big tourist companies, but there are also research vessels and sailing boats.
We're gonna go to the harbor, talk to everyone there, and just in general, if there's one thing I've learned on this trip, it's that if you want something, you have to talk to a lot of people.
So we're gonna try to make a shit ton of connections, talk to everyone in town.
So without further ado, let's give this a shot.
Let's do it.
The final continent! Let's do it!
Every search begins with beginner's luck, and every search ends with the victors being severely tested.
A bit of a weird question.
The wind was too loud, but this guy delivered some very bad news. The actual companies that did tours to Antarctica were not based in Ushuaia.
That's a big problem. It's a very big problem.
The actual companies in charge of putting us on a cruise ship were based elsewhere, and Ushuaia was only home to travel agencies that could book you a trip through the actual companies that did the tours.
You have to contact directly with the operator.
You have to go directly to the company.
Directly with the companies.
Yeah.
This was obviously a huge blow. We were convinced that asking something like this in person would vastly increase our chances, but now we couldn't. And we had already emailed every company, which didn't work. We still went to the rest of the travel agencies to gather more information and to make more connections.
And we're looking for a way to get to Antarctica. So we were wondering if you...
To Antarctica?
Yes, yes.
Oh, it's gonna be very hard.
With no money at all.
Jesus, man, you have a hard work in front of you.
Yeah, I know.
We only sell the trips, but we can try. I have to ask the cruise companies if
Sure.
they're willing to.
This was the first agency that took the time and effort to send a message to the actual companies for us, which was great.
How much would the cheapest Antarctica trip be?
$1,285 per person in a twin cabin.
Okay.
The classic trip.
Yeah, okay. Do you think we could raise that money in Ushuaia?
How?
By selling cookies?
No.
No. This is the
Well, there goes
WhatsApp.
plan B.
Exactly.
Next mission. We found the address of a place that supposedly hired crew members for the cruises. This was a good chance to find a job on a ship.
Okay, this is a good chance right here, bro. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Buenas tardes. Do you speak English or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, amazing. Today we are looking for opportunities to work on a ship.
To go
or
to Ireland,
to go to.
It's a bit complicated to put you on board, huh?
Sure.
Because you need some trials, some preparation, you know.
Okay.
So it's not that simple. Quick answer is no, because
Okay.
it's a very complicated process.
Yeah.
We need to check with plenty companies that we work for, and kindly ask if they can do this.
Yeah.
And after that, I can have a more proper answer.
Sure.
The good news, a small chance of being employed last minute to work on a ship. The bad news, we'd need to do a course, which would be complicated to get for a number of reasons. And the contracts for these jobs were likely for 6 months or even longer. So even if we got hired, there would be a lot of complicated things involved before we were fit to work there. Still though, making this connection gave us hope.
Thank you so much,
man.
Best of the luck for you.
That's another connection made, man. It's another connection made. We're, again, one step closer to getting on that ship. go, bro.
Get it. That was good.
Now that we found 2 people who would contact cruise companies for us, we constructed a video message for them to send to the companies.
Hello, my name is Ruben.
My name is Pim.
We mentioned 2 big reasons for the cruising companies to hire us. 1, we're basically YouTube superstars and will use our enormous platform to promote your company. The only problem was, that was far from the truth back then.
We've been growing a lot the last 3 months on social media, and it's only growing and growing and growing.
We are very confident that we can reach a very large audience.
Now, the famous YouTubers was a stretch, but with the Saudi shorts gaining traction and one of them hitting a few million views, at least we had some sort of proof that we could actually offer them visibility. And second, we offered the companies to work on the ships without pay.
And we don't even have to get paid for it.
Now, these offerings probably weren't unique to the companies at all, but we hope that the combination of the 2 might convince them to take us on board. We sent a message together with the video out to Juan and Martina to send to the companies.
Now it's time to go to the harbor and talk to people there.
What? We want to check out the port.
No, only passenger here.
We will be future passengers.
Oh, sorry.
But we were denied entry. Next, we met someone who gave us a valuable tip.
All the sailboats you see there, most of them are leaving to Antarctica.
Really?
Every 2 weeks.
Apart from the cruise port, there were also 2 smaller ports with sailing boats, and apparently a lot of them did trips to Antarctica. We couldn't speak to many people at Port 1, so we planned on coming back every day from that day forward. Meanwhile, we went to the second port.
We arrived at the port.
This is it. Best energy. This is a big moment right here. One of our biggest opportunities. Can I ask you guys something?
Yeah.
Bit of a weird question.
Yeah.
But my friend and I were currently traveling to every continent on Earth without any money.
That's
so
a challenge.
yeah, it is. It is. So we made it to 6 continents so far, and
trying to get to Antarctica.
Exactly.
Yeah. The problem with Antarctica, it's become such a business for everybody. We're headed down in January, but we're full. We got a full crew already organized.
Yeah. There's no possibility 2 handsome guys can join on the ship. We will work 24 hours a day.
Yeah, we won't sleep.
We are packed. We are really loaded.
Those people are going to Antarctica. Hello, can I ask you something?
Unfortunately not now, because all crew we have on board.
Okay.
There's no possibility at all, you know?
Yeah, no worries. Fuck. Hello. So we're wondering if you're maybe...
for a boat?
Yeah.
I'm just back from a trip, so
Alright.
I fly out today. Yeah, shit, I wish you the best. I think what you're doing is cool.
It would be nice, but we are full.
You're full? Okay. Do you know anyone that might be looking for a crew? No. Oh boy.
Couldn't be so difficult.
Hello.
Oh my God, you're from Anders.
From Anders?
No, are you from the Iceman?
Yes.
Oh wow. Oh, amazing.
We were volunteers from the Iceman premiere in Amsterdam.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Would you like to come on board?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let me quickly explain. Our favorite YouTubers, Yes Theory, made a documentary where Anders Hoffman became the first person ever to complete an Ironman in Antarctica. Pim and I volunteered for the movie premiere in Amsterdam, where we met Joey, Yes Theory manager at the time, where we met Amar for the first time, and that's also where we met Sean. And now we just ran into the people who took Anders Hoffman and the crew to Antarctica during the documentary.
That is actually crazy. She thought we were Anders. Okay, I'm Ruben. How you doing?
Would you like a cup of coffee? Or?
Yes, please. That'd be great. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a bit of a weird request. We are currently on a mission to travel to every continent on Earth without any money.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know about that. It costs a lot of money to go to Antarctica.
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, we're currently just looking for any opportunity to somehow work on a ship or.
Yeah, but all our clients work, and they pay us $20,000.
Wow. Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
All our clients
that's
help
understandable.
with the sailing, and they do the cooking and cleaning, and you know, because we run an expedition, we don't run like a cruise, you know.
Yeah.
So that is difficult.
Yeah. No, I completely understand.
Sailing boats were gonna be difficult, but our alternative option, the cruises, was just as difficult.
So anyone that they employ needs to, have done the safety qualification courses. The courses are programmed in over a week, and it's normally $1,000 or more.
Yeah, but
We'd need to do courses that take a lot of time and cost a lot of money, both of which we didn't have.
it sounds harder and harder the longer we talk with them.
Okay, what is more realistic? Finding a small ship like this that wants to take us to Antarctica?
Or a cruise. Working on a cruise.
Within the next month.
I think both of them sound like a very tall order.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm marinating the fruits. I've got that was there today.
All right, let's regroup, think about our options.
Thanks for your good advice. Appreciate it.
Okay, bye-bye guys.
And then our last plan for day one.
Alright, here's the game plan. We're gonna talk to some people at a bar because we heard that the crew members who work on the ships hang out at the bars at night. So we're gonna try to meet
Barca de Antarctica.
No, okay. Gracias. So we're gonna try to meet some crew members of a ship.
So, look around you. Who of these people works on a ship to Antarctica?
Let's ask them all.
Are you currently working on a ship that's leaving to Antarctica?
My English, muy mal.
Ah, okay. ¿Tú trabajas en un barca que va a Antarctica? No? Okay. Okay. Gracias. We made a lot of good connections at the bar. We got a lot of phone numbers of people who work for companies or of companies. So we're gonna contact all of them tomorrow. We'll see what comes from it. See you guys tomorrow. Peace!
Day 2. It was time to count our money and calculate our exact budget from money we earned by selling cookies back in America. This was important because it would determine how much time we would have in Ushuaia. Much like in the Middle East, we didn't want to be cashless in Argentina, especially with inflations and stuff. And we didn't really know what we would do whenever our money would run out.
Well, hats off for this. Hats off for this. So we're in Boston.
We have like 300 euros. Let's go!
Oh, yes.
We have 279 euros to spend in Ushuaia. As long as we're not here for too long, that'll get us going for a while.
Like the average night will cost here like $40. So that's gonna give us like 8 nights.
We need to find a host and stay with the host. How you doing, man?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, man.
Welcome to Ushuaia.
Thank you very much.
Luckily, we were able to find a host through couchsurfing.
So you live here? How
yes,
long?
Actually I'm from the north of Argentina, more or less 12 years ago. So I came just with my one bag and my guitar, and
wow.
Now I'm living here.
Amazing. All right. Home sweet home.
Recuerdo de fogones que invitan a matear y traigo mil canciones como leñitas secas.
Thank you so much, man, for hosting us and giving us food and everything.
Yes. Enjoy.
And so I present to you our daily routine in Ushuaia. We tried sending emails and messages to tour companies a second time, plus throughout the day we'd send tons of messages to new leads. And so, first, wake up, check if we have any promising responses.
Good morning, guys. Time to check my phone.
This could be the day, bro. Tell me the good news.
No.
We've sent out a lot of messages and the lack of response has been painful.
Next, go out to the sailing ports.
Even though we go to the ports every day, we only get to really speak to one person every time, just because not a lot of people are out on their boats and it's hard to communicate with people on like far away boats. How are you? I was wondering, are you looking for crew members? No? Okay. Full house.
Sometimes we'd meet people at the ports who were also trying to find a job on a ship.
Here you are.
Found anything?
Not yet, but some possibilities, man.
Okay. How long have you been here?
Second season I tried luck.
Really? Okay, so last season it didn't work out?
No.
Wow, okay.
Another big reality check. See, even our competition was failing at getting to Antarctica, and this was us compared to our competition. This quest was absolutely delusional. As we walked through town, we approached anyone who wore expedition clothing.
We're wondering if you guys maybe work on a ship for us.
No, paying passengers.
We're passengers.
Okay.
Most of the time, these people were just passengers, but sometimes we'd find a wild crew member.
Look at that. Albatros Expeditions. I'm gonna ask them. Hello, can I ask you guys something? Sure. Question.
But usually, they would all say the same thing.
This is what most people who work for the ships tell us. You have to apply online, just like we did.
You guys are going to Antarctica?
Yeah. Wow.
You need to discuss with Olga.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Do you think we can speak to the captain, or is it not?
Quite unlikely, I would say, because there are a number of crews, a number of us. So
Sure, yeah.
it's quite difficult to find out.
Okay.
Then go back to Apollo's place and spend the afternoon looking for contact details of people who could potentially help us to get on a ship, and send out a bunch of messages. Eventually, we found a website where we could apply for jobs on the cruises, which was very hopeful.
You're not qualified for any of these jobs.
These are the jobs. Housekeeping utility, gallery steward, beautician.
A beautician?
Yeah. Bro, I'm beautiful.
A beautician needs to make other people beautiful.
I can do that. Waiter, second cook, hairdresser.
Imagine if we go to Antarctica, you as a hairdresser, me as a beautician.
That would be
or
so
all the way
funny.
around. Here we go.
Then in the evening, go out to the bars in town and talk to literally every person in every bar in town. All evening, collect phone numbers, emails, and leads to message the next day. Then go back to Apollo's place and repeat.
Still no answer.
No. Day 3, back at the ports. So we were wondering if you can help us look for a job on a ship.
Do you guys work on a ship that's going to Antarctica?
No, okay.
Alright. That ends the conversation then.
I think what is full now.
Oh, okay, it's
Yeah.
Fortunately, I cannot help you with that because Antarctica is a very expensive destination.
Encouraging days here in Ushuaia. Another night, another amazing meal. The fact that we even get to do this, all the hustling to go to Antarctica, is all thanks to our amazing host Apollo, who makes food for us like this every single night. We're very grateful for you, man. Thank you so much.
Apollo helped us a lot, but we also wanted to buy our own food at times in order to not fully rely on someone who had to survive in a relatively bad economy. This meant that we were still slowly depleting our budget. Still, Apollo hosting us helped us out a lot, and so we wanted to thank him.
So our host Apollo has helped us a lot with food, and I want to give back to him, so I'm gonna give him some money because the economy in Argentina is not that great. We just quickly want to thank you for your help.
Could be.
So here's $100.
No, it's not necessary. No, please, no, I can't take it.
We are going to leave it somewhere then.
No. Okay.
There you go.
No, please. It's not necessary. It's too much.
We want to give back to people who help us on this trip. So you've helped us so much for the past week.
Oh, it's a lot.
So,
okay. Thank you.
No problem, please.
No worries, man.
No, it's too much.
No, it's... I feel like Mr. Beast, baby.
We really believed that somewhere in this city there was a person who held the key to Antarctica. We just needed to find this person. And so...
Tenemos una pregunta. ¿Podríamos entrar? Por
favor. Gracias. Es muy frío. Tenemos la pregunta si podemos estar en el prensa.
En el diario, aparecer
sí,
en el diario. Okay.
Para preguntar a las gentes que
puedan ayudarlos.
Sí.
Sí, podría ser. Pero tendría que ser mañana. Podemos hacer una nota, una entrevista, lo publicamos y ustedes ponen su teléfono.
Ah, ok. Y es para el, ¿cómo se dice? Newspaper.
El diario.
Diario?
Sí, sí, sí.
Okay. Gracias.
Let's go, dude.
So, we're gonna be in the newspaper tomorrow.
What? It worked.
How?
Let's go.
Bro.
Fuck yeah.
Hola.
Hola.
Adelante. Un asiento.
Gracias.
¿Y qué es lo que necesitarían ustedes de la gente?
Queremos encontrar gente que pueden ayudarnos con trabajar en un barco o sí.
¿Y cómo se les ocurrió esta idea?
Queremos vendemos cookies, galletas sí, en las calles y vamos a Argentina. Y Antártica es el... hemos hecho 6 continentes y Antártica es el...
Lo que queda pendiente.
Es grande final.
Grande final, sí.
Y ahí... El fondo y el viaje promedio está en unos $10.000. ¿Cómo piensan afrontar ese gasto?
Sí, sabemos que es muy difícil.
Bien. Es
lo que queremos, pero
es lo que quieren, pero...
Sí. Muchas gracias.
No,
muchas gracias. So we're going to take a picture right now. Okay. Gracias.
All right, well that went well.
Okay, muchas gracias.
No, por favor.
Gracias.
Felicidades. Que terminen...
Sí.
Nos vemos el año que viene.
Feliz nuevo año.
Igualmente.
Gracias.
Okay.
So we're gonna be both in the newspaper online and the physical newspaper.
Let's go, bro.
Let's get it. That was my first ever interview for any sort of newspaper or anything like that, and it was in Spanish straight away. Wait, what? For the past few months, I've been working really hard on making merch for this series, and now the first Take the Leap drop is finally live. Easy go, little I, little Lord, anywhere to win. Shut the f*** up and pose. As you know, Pim and I both dream of making travel stories like this full time. And so, if you want to see more content like this after the series, the best way to support the mission would be to buy a shirt or a hoodie. They're both eco-friendly products, and Pim and I both even have one of the designs as a tattoo. I freaking love how the designs turned out. So, if you feel inspired to take the leap in your own life, I'll leave a link in the description to the products. And with that being said, now back to the actual news article.
Who would have thought we would end up in the news in Argentina?
Not me. I just translated the message, so let's read it. Young YouTubers sell cookies and do odd jobs to cover food and transportation costs.
They are very young, tall and thin.
And extremely friendly. The boy with very white skin and light eyes says the... Hold on. One of them, Ruben, knows his Spanish language quite well and has no difficulties communicating. Y es para el newspaper?
They only have quotes from you. Because I
wonder why.
Es grande final.
Grande final, sí. Wow, pretty cool.
Nice.
Pretty cool, the white-skinned boy said.
No, but there are actually 50,000 people living here. So.
Yeah. Alright, hopefully something interesting will come from this. We're giving it our all. We're trying everything. We're back at the port again. We have a bit of a weird question, but
Mbappe, you have some experience sailing?
no. Nothing. Fuck, this is so frustrating. Queremos trabajar en un barco. Oh, okay.
We just heard the cruise ship honk, which means they're leaving. Guess where to? Feels more hopeless with every day that goes by.
Yep.
I'm hungry.
We had tried so many things. In fact, the majority of the things we tried didn't make this video because otherwise it would be way too long. We tried our luck with research vessels as well, for example. We eagerly awaited positive news from any of the things we had set out, but the lack of news became more painful with each day that passed. At the same time, we were slowly running out of money and we didn't want to be cashless in Argentina. Our faith in the cruises and the sailing boats was at an all-time low, and at this point, a third option began to emerge as the biggest hope for the both of us.
Do it here.
Hello. Does anyone here want to buy us 2 tickets to Antarctica? No? Anyone?
The fact that this was our biggest hope honestly said it all.
Alright, ladies and gents, we've reached probably the most pathetic moment of the whole trip. We met this guy on a subway in Australia and he's pretty rich. And now Pim has constructed a beautiful email asking him if he wants to pay thousands and thousands of dollars for our trip to Antarctica. I am reaching out to you in need of help. We hope by reaching out to you, you can help us by sponsoring 2 tickets to Antarctica. Thank you for reading this message and I hope to hear from you soon.
Send that shit.
And then the background cuts to Abdurrahman.
Hayyakallah.
What are we doing with our life?
I don't know, bro.
We didn't expect it, but he actually responded.
I just received a mail from Chris.
No fucking way.
Yes.
Alright, let's read it.
Ah.
As I did share with you, it's a journey, not the destination.
This was maybe one of our biggest chances, bro.
We even went to the most expensive hotels in town, thinking that they would be full of people who had all spent a fortune on a trip to Antarctica, but no one wanted to sponsor our journey. We also considered going to a casino and putting all our remaining money on a number on roulette, but there were no casinos in Ushuaia, probably for the best. To be honest, we were slowly running out of creative ideas. There's only so much we could do in the small town of Ushuaia, and still nothing from all the leads either.
What about G-Adventures?
Nothing yet.
And Chimo?
No, nothing yet. Hi, we're at the port again. We're looking for crew members. Okay, no worries. Do you guys work on a ship to Antarctica by any chance?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yeah? So what's the question?
Bit of a weird one. We've stayed with our friend Apollo for more than a week now, and it's finally time to leave. So it's time to start spending our budget again. Today marks the end of our second week here in Ushuaia. And I think we've got like $150 left, which will get us maybe 4 nights here in Ushuaia.
We're lucky.
Which meant we had 4 days left to make this happen.
Back at our favorite spot in the world. We're back at one of the ports to see if there's any new people today. Another day, another voyage to the port. What do I even say at this point? I lost count which day this is actually, I don't remember. So we were wondering if you guys might be going to Antarctica and if you're looking for 2 young crew members.
I know we are full.
You're full? Okay. Okay.
It felt like the mission was finished.
What now, bro?
I don't know.
We had tried everything without any results. And at this point we were left with only a few more days to come up with a solution.